guys, today we're going to be playing Electude Simulator Level 2. The engine runs irregularly, but we don't know why, and that's our job today, to figure that out while I fix my beautiful camera, of which is definitely not my mobular phone. Anyway, we're going to pull out the instrument panel and try to see how it runs. It runs pretty fine, actually. Maybe a little delayed. We're gonna check for codes first. Oh, I see our problem. We've got a misfire on cylinder 1, and I have a feeling it's correlated to the injector being, well, not working very well. So, to test the injector, we're gonna put away our diagnostic system because that's not gonna help us anymore. We're gonna set our multimeter to voltage and connect our black probe to the negative, and I believe it was injector 1 that had an issue. And just real quick, yeah, see how there is no drop in RPM? That's because this cylinder is misfiring, so removing it from the system doesn't really affect the RPM that it currently has. Anyway, so we know that it has supply voltage, but do we know that the computer is grounding it? We're going to test that real quick. We're going to use this oscilloscope to see the computer grounding it, and ayo, look at that, that's grounding. Although that's not how it should look. Okay, let me show you guys what it should look like. See this? See this? See this? This is, oops. See this? This is what an injector being grounded by the computer should look like. So we have the initial 12-volt supply, and then when the computer tells it when the computer grounds the wire to turn on the injector, there's a massive voltage drop. That's because the injector is using the power, creating a voltage drop. So this little square area right here is how long the injector is on. Then when the injector turns off, the voltage raises up. This is because the magnet inside that pulls the plug to allow fluid to go out is, it's interrupted. The magnetic field collapses, causing some of the voltage to, it basically creates voltage. The magnetic field collapsing creates voltage, producing more voltage than what was there. And then once that magnetic field and everything settles, the voltage returns. Well, if you look over here, this is an example of a bad injector. You can see that the voltage is supply voltage, then the voltage drops when the injector uses the voltage. However, the magnetic field is weak, and so there's not much of a voltage increase. It just kind of sits there. This means that the injector is bad. This is a very good example of how you can use an oscilloscope to see if the injector is bad. This is actually really cool. I haven't seen this in Electude Simulator yet. I've played like maybe 90 games so far, and this is like the first time I've actually seen that. That's actually really cool. But to further prove that I am correct, we will take the injector out and we will swap them and see if the pattern and the misfire follows to cylinder 2. So let's pull out our diagnostic system and check the codes. Look at that, cylinder 2 circuit open. Cylinder 2 misfire detected. So if we test cylinder 2 now, you'll notice that we have the same pattern as before. That's because the magnet inside, the electromagnet inside of the injector is faulty, which means we can replace this injector, plug this bad boy back in, turn on our vehicular, clear our codes, and we should be good. We can take away all of our excess items, turn off the vehicular, and go fill out our work order. The failure is resolved. Parts that were not faulty have been replaced or removed. That's because I removed the second injector to show you guys that the first injector was bad, but otherwise we did an amazing job. Subscribe and hit that bell if you enjoyed. See you guys on the flip side. This was a perfect example of a failing injector graph using a oscilloscope.